Hello everyone, thank you for being here today. So today I'm going to discuss a topic that we can all pretty much relate to on a regular basis. So when you think about your job, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you love where you work? Or does the very thought of stepping foot into your workplace fill your soul with dread? Sometimes we make ourselves believe as though we are prisoners of our own jobs. Let me help you picture a typical work day for me in the ER. I'm sitting up front checking patients in. I have a long line of sick people I'm trying to rush through. All while the guy in front of me looks like he's about to pass out. The phone is constantly ringing because the nurse in the back wants to know why her patient hasn't been moved yet. Then there's a baby behind me while being triaged that is crying while her mother is frantic and panicking because she doesn't know what's wrong with her baby. According to Mental Health America, studies have shown that less than 1/3 of Americans are happy with where they work. Studies have also shown that being unhappy or unfulfilled with your job could lead to issues with your mental health. So today I'm going to be discussing 3 ways to help in maintaining a healthy state of mind in the workplace. 3 ways that I will help introduce to you are working at a productive atmosphere, maintaining a work-life balance, and the use of exercise and meditation. So our first technique would be maintaining a productive atmosphere in the workplace. So picture your desk full of papers, wrappers from your snacks this morning, crumbs, coffee cups, coffee stains, pens, papers, paper clips, everything everywhere. Can you work in that type of environment? Like I sure can. So I would recommend keeping your workspace clean and organized. When you keep yourself and your materials in order, it helps in boosting your morale, allows you to feel more confident and enthusiastic in your work. Along with that, for a productive atmosphere, I also recommend having a good working relationship with your coworkers. I understand that Cindy from across the hall may very well get on your last nerve, but I can assure you that maintaining the peace and a positive relationship can make for a better workplace. Even if it's a simple compliment or asking how they're doing, you can develop a greater working relationship among your colleagues. The second way I would recommend in maintaining your health is a balance between your work and your personal life. Creating a balance can allow you to feel more control over your own life. Sometimes we tend to feel as though our lives just revolve around work. So take advantage of your paid time off, because when you don't, you do fall at risk of getting burnt out. And when you burn out, this will leave you at a state of emotional and mental exhaustion. So communicate with your management. Let them know when you feel that you need some time for yourself. Because remember, you are important, and it is okay to take the time for yourself. One third method that I recommend in maintaining your mental health is through exercise and meditation. Exercising is very well known to help produce your body's natural feel-good hormones. So you can take a walk outside of work during your lunch break. You can try to schedule 30 to 45 minutes before or after work. Not only will your mental health benefit from it, but your physical self will look good as well. Now, for those who absolutely refuse to even participate in any form of physical activity, then I highly recommend meditation. Meditating is beneficial when you just need to take a breather or clear your mind, especially during a very chaotic workday. It can be as simple as taking 5 minutes to just sit at your desk and focus on counting your breaths. Breathe in and out. 1. In and out. 2. Focusing on your breathing is considered one of the simplest ways to engage in mindful meditation. So all these techniques I recommend can lead in reducing stress and improving your health in the workplace. Benefits do include finding meaningfulness and positivity through your work. So creating a healthy work environment for yourself will make you feel happier. And when you are happy, it radiates. Now imagine spreading that amongst your grumpy coworkers. Instead of walking into work with a dark cloud over your head, use these methods kind of as a happy toolkit. You're helping build that healthy work environment, not just for yourself, but now for the rest of those that you engage with on a daily basis. So use this quote. Today, I refuse to stress myself out over things I can't control or change. And I say, take care of your mind and allow yourself to be happy, even if it's not just at work, but everywhere else. Thank you.
Yay!
Do you guys have any comments or opinions? Do you guys feel as though these are methods that you feel like you can use at work?
Yes, we can. But I have a question for you.
Yes.
So if I have a coworker that I really don't like, so what do you suggest? What words can I tell her where I won't sound like a hypocrite?
Just small talk. You don't have to engage with them personally or ask them their personal questions or feel like you want to know what's going on in their life. I mean, obviously, we're having that kind of conflict where we don't really get along with our coworkers, but even if it's as engaging in small talk, good morning, how are you doing? Can I help you with this? Finding ways to work with each other, even if it's just related to work, and keeping that positivity amongst each other will help things in your shift go about easier, I would think.
Now, earlier you mentioned the word paper jams. So how does that cause conflict in your job? I mean, how does that increase, like, the headache or whatever?
Paper jams, because we print out papers while we're signing patients in. And we need these papers in order for the patients to be completely registered. So these are consent forms that go into their medical records. And once they start to jam, then we pretty much can't go on continuing.
We get backed up.
We get backed up, basically. So that does create a headache because now we have to fix the printer, otherwise we can't continue with that patient's registration.
Okay, and you mentioned the word triage. What's triage?
Triage is the beginning intake for a patient when they either come into the medical office, a doctor's office, or the emergency room. Triage is where the nurses assess the patient to see their level of acuity, whether they are low-grade emergency, high-grade emergency, which patients need to be taken into the back faster.
Priority.
Mm-hmm.
And how many workers are there in the ER where you're at?
For my department admitting, it will be within 3 to 4 on a good day. Sometimes we are understaffed and we will have 2 workers when it's really bad.
And how many patients or how many people that go to the ER would you see?
On our daily census, it'll be between 100 to 120.
In one night?
One day.
Well, in one day?
Yes.
Within your shift?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Yay.